What's happening, everybody? In this video, we're taking a look at how to build a really easy donation form with a name, an email, a donate amount, and the actual credit card details built into the form. Because this is a live working model, we're going to use a third-party tool to build this form. We're going to use a fantastic tool called JotForm, which makes easy forms easy. Just so you give a heads up on pricing for basics, it is completely free. There is no cost to use this form. It does limit you to only 100 submissions by default and only 1,000 monthly form views. If you have to go over those numbers, it's just $34 a month, or if you pay monthly, $39 for 1,000 and 10,000 views. So with that, let's get started using JotForm to build our donation page. All right, so to get started, once you've logged in or signed up to JotForm, I'm going to head up and say create. And in here, I'm going to say form. Now I'm going to use start from scratch. And what I'm going to do is use the classic form, not the card form. That kind of drives me crazy a little bit. The classic form is going to kick into gear. And what we're going to do is we're going to take off and customize this design. I'm going to embed this on a website, so therefore I do not need a header or a logo on my design. What I do need, though, is a full name, which I'm going to drop right in the middle here. I'm going to take out the word form. After the name, I also want an email address that we can use. So we'll click email address. Now, what I next want to do is I want to make it really easy for someone to donate. Now, there are payment options. Don't click on these because we don't need to use the product section right now. What I do want to do is head over to settings and click on integrations. The integrations tab will give us the availability to connect with Stripe. If you already have a Stripe account, you are all set to go. If you have to create a Stripe account, you can do it for absolutely free. Stripe just charges fees as each donation comes in. I'm going to head back to JotForm and scroll down to Stripe. I'm going to add Stripe to this form. Now, by default, it gives you an add product. In this case, I'm going to change the product type to collect donations. Perfect. Now, again, by default, it just adds description. So what I'm going to do is under this payment box sublabel, I'm going to say donation amount. So if I click this, what I have to do is I have to connect with Stripe for it actually to work. I'm going to click on this and come back when it's connected. All right, I've connected my Stripe account and it gives me a nice green check mark. Now I am using live mode for my design. You can also use the test mode if you want to, but I just want to run this and see if it works. You can also set up enable one-click checkout for links. I'm not going to for this one, but you're welcome to use it if you want to with your Stripe account. Now, what I further have to do is it says my products by default. So I'm going to click on this little properties tab and I'm going to change the field label from my products to donate. Save that. Now that I have the first name, last name, and email address and the donate, we can go ahead and submit this. And we have to do is we have to publish this somehow. It won't just work by default on JotForm. So if I had to publish, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down and embed this into my website. For this project, I'm going to use the iframe embed, but you can also just copy this basic script if you want to as well. In this case, I'm going to use iframe, copy the code, and I'll drop it right into my website, into my HTML code on my web page. If I drop this in, let it run this little script, like magic, it appears as if it's just embedded into my site. Let's give it a try and see how it works. And I'll enter $5. Make sure you add more than $1 to the USD. It has to at least process some payment forth. So I'll do that. I'll enter my credit card details and see how it works. Let's hit the submit button and see if it submits successfully. Awesome. Our submission has been received. Like magic, it processed the payment right with my credit card and it sent me a little notification on the page saying, hey, we're done. Now, if you want to change the wording, because mine says right now, your submission has been received, I want to change that to say your donation has been received. What I can do is come back into JotForm and in the settings section, under thank you page, I can say your donation has been received. And the next time someone submits this form, they'll get the information that their donation has been received. And that's how you can set up a donation form using JotForm.